What is up, guys? I hope you are doing well. My name is Trey Jones. Today I'm going to be making a video that quite honestly I have been hesitant to make for the past month and a half, and it's my thoughts, opinions, concerns over this coronavirus. In the title, are you anxious about the coronavirus? Because I have a huge audience that deals with anxiety, and in particular health anxiety. So I feel a slight obligation or responsibility, from my heart to make this video to address my concerns and my opinion, because let's face it, I'm getting questions about this on the daily multiple times. So I thought it'd be easier to just go ahead and make this video. One of the reasons I've been hesitant about it is because I'm not an expert on this. So the only reason I'm sharing my 2 cents is because of my audience and what they deal with. Also, I'm not in the mood for getting a ton of backlash regarding where I fall on the spectrum. Anytime I've even slightly mentioned my opinion on any of my social media, somebody's been there to just blast my ass about it. So, whatever, I guess I'll go ahead and do this time. I'm not sure about how many videos like this I'll make in the future. But honestly, right now, I'm in the middle of the spectrum regarding the coronavirus. Probably about 2 weeks ago, I was in between the middle of the spectrum and not really concerned at all. Okay, so that's just me being 100% honest. That can upset some of you, that's fine, but I'm gonna just be honest and be real with you. Then when it got more real in the United States, like many other people, we're like, oh man, maybe this is a little bit more serious than we thought, right? When it starts hitting closer to home, and I'm speaking for those in the United States, the first breaking news hitting the United States hard was Tom Hanks and his wife in Australia got it. And I was like, oh my God, somebody like that I looked up to and admired as a kid. I watched all of his movies, one of my favorite actors. And then these NBA players, and then they start shutting down all the venues, all the festivities, all the sporting games, all of this in like a matter of like 2 days. So it started to really hit home, and I think a lot of panic happened. And that's whenever I went from in between not concerned and like a medium level of concern to medium level of concern. And that's where I still am. I haven't gone crazy or hysterical the past couple days. But there are a few concerns, and I guess I'll state those, not to just flip people out, but I just want to be honest with you as well. But I know that if I was dealing with health anxiety right now, I'd be flipping out. Okay, I'm just going to be 100% honest. I dealt with health anxiety for 5 years. Right now, I'd be checking my vitals many times a day, including my temperature, because that's something they said to check. I would be checking anything and everything. Anytime I would cough, and it's very confusing right now because we have allergies. The allergies are tough right now, especially in the United States. The pollen is just covering everything. You can see my patio it's not easy to see with the sunset over there, but it's covered with pollen. So many of you are dealing with allergy symptoms and confusing it for corona, especially if you have health anxiety. Many of you have a common cold and confusing it for corona. Some of you have just anxiety symptoms and you are confusing it with corona. I'm not here to give dangerous information. If you are really concerned and you feel like your symptoms are getting out of hand, including fever, headaches, a really sore throat, especially difficulty breathing, make sure to call your doctor. Maybe call before going up there. That's what I've been hearing a lot lately, especially on the news. Call your doctor to see if the symptoms warrant you coming in for a test, okay? Because they are using the tests right now. We are in limited supply, so they're using them for the people who really think that they are dealing with this. But if you're dealing with any symptoms like that, stay at home, okay, and contact your doctor first. All right, it's best that you stay at home and not get other people infected, even if you're young and your symptoms aren't severe. And that's one of the reasons that me and my wife and my kids are going to be staying home over the next month. We don't have school for the kids. We got 3 kiddos, so we are going to be here. We are stocked up on supplies for the next 3 weeks, not because of me being hysterical, but because everybody's buying everything up, and we have 3 kids and we need stuff. So I had to make a few big purchases online to get some things that we needed. Didn't want to really have to do that, but I was left with no choice because everything was getting bought out. I know if you're in the United States right now, a roll of toilet paper is hard to come by, so I feel your pain there. So hopefully we don't run out for a little while, but we are good at least for the next month, and we're going to do our best to stay indoors. So if you are, it doesn't matter what age, really, honestly, but especially if you're over 60s, try your hardest to stay home. The only time that me and my wife are going to town right now are to get some groceries, or if we get some takeout food. There's really nothing else really going on fun-wise, and I don't really feel like being around a lot of people in restaurants or movies or crowded places anyway. So we're going to do our due diligence to keep our family, free of the coronavirus, And it's not that I'm concerned that something horrible would happen to us if we were to get it. We are young, we are healthy. I'm fairly confident that all of us would come out okay, you know, even if we all got it at the same time here at the house. We are just at a low risk for having something huge happen, but we owe it to the rest of the people out there, especially the elderly, to not go out there and touch other surfaces and possibly infect other people. So I want you guys to take that message from me and to use it. Some concerns for me, guys. The economy is one. I'm really nervous about this. Many of you are out of work right now, and I don't know if that's going to get any better over the next couple months. I'm hoping that the government can help us out some way. Not very super optimistic about that at the moment. It's even affected me, and I work at home. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So we'll see how that works. And I know not a lot of people are hiring right now. So if you're going through that, I know that can raise your anxious levels or anxiety levels a little bit as well. The best thing I can tell you guys is to be thankful for what you have right now. Gratitude goes a long way helping people with anxiety, and it can help you in this situation. I'm still healthy. I still have my family. And we're here at the house, and we have some things that we need. And that's all I can ask for right now whenever, you know, the world's done with the pandemic. That's not even reached its peak yet. So I'm happy where we're at. I'm happy that we can be at home. I'm thankful that the kids aren't going to school. And I'm thankful that I do work from home. I'm not going to lie. That's a blessing that I can you know, take into account, excuse me. But like I said, even business on my end, doing consulting and coaching calls, that's going to plummet because I know people want to hang on to their money and save that. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Try to get this video done before it gets dark. Some other concerns, guys, is the testing. And I know some of you will argue, well, you know, if you get tested positive, then, you know, there's still nothing you can do. We don't have a vaccine for it. Well, no, it can let you know that you need to be quarantined and that you need to stay at home for a few weeks, all right? Isolated in your bed or at your house at least, not going around infecting other people, right? So testing still is important, even though a lot of people are saying it's not important. And also, I'm concerned about the whole world coming together to fight this at once. I know with the Spanish flu, it came in 3 waves, the second wave being the hardest. So let's say that a lot of us get together and we get a hold of this, right, all at the same time, but there's a few nations not on the same page, and it keeps on becoming a problem there. We let travel back in, and then it spreads again, right? So everybody has to come together at the right time to make this possible. That's just another one of my concerns. But guys, I just also want you, I want to leave you with this. How about that? Okay, I want to leave you with this because I'm trying to help some of you. If you're more anxious than you were before you learned about the coronavirus, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want you to be hard on yourselves, okay? I do not want you to be hard on yourselves for that. It requires a level of anxiety and fear to get through something like this because, look, you need to wash your hands more. You need to practice personal hygiene. You need to stay at home for a while and let this thing get to a peak and be on the decline before you venture out and risk it or get other people sick. And I know a lot of you are going to laugh at this and be like, guys, you know, the flu's worse and all that. The mortality rate with this is higher. It's a new virus. We don't have a vaccine for it. The numbers are multiplying like crazy, and we still haven't hit our peak, all right? So, guys, I want you to be careful just for right now. I'm at medium level of concern. We are doing good here, and I'm thankful. I'm not hysterical over this. I don't want you guys to get to that obsessive level. I do want you to try to enjoy your day. Find some things to do at the house to keep yourself entertained. Play with your kids if you have kids. Go outside. We don't always have to rely on being entertained by huge parties and events and going out to eat. You know, many of you have a family right there at the house. Use this to spend valuable time with them, okay? See the positive in this in the best way that you can. And I'll tell you this, a silver lining to this whole thing, I think people are going to be a lot more health conscious in a good way. I think people are going to learn how to wash their hands more, be more clean. I think people are going to be more willing to stay at home when they're sick for now on. I see the flu numbers going down, and this is just a personal Trey Jones opinion for the future. So again, take it with a grain of salt, but I do see a little bit of a silver lining, and having some level of optimism is what's going to get you through this, especially if you deal with anxiety. So guys, I love you. I'll probably have a video coming out soon about symptoms, what to look for. Of course, it'll be backed by the CDC. It's not going to be anything that I just came up with, right? Any information I want to give you, I want to try my best to give you the best information. There is a group down below in the description and first pinned comment. It's coronavirus info, help, and support. Join that community. It's where we share articles and you know, stories and support. You know, we do roll calls and stuff like that. So join that group if you haven't. And guys, I do have all my resources down below. And if you are interested in life coaching for anxiety, I still offer that. So you can email me at cullentreyjones@yahoo.com. That's down below as well. I love you all, and until next time, keep fighting. I will update you guys soon. Excuse me.